Hi, my virtuous Virgos. I am Jennifer Winters, and this is my channel, the Zodiac Love Tarot, and I am the author of the Zodiac Love Code. And if you don't know much about me, I'm a sextilenium Libra, meaning that when I was born, in my star chart, or my natal chart, there were a whole bunch of planets in Libra, meaning that I was basically built to bring you love and also built to bring compassion to the world. And I also have Pluto out in the left field in my 12th house, meaning that I feel so many people's emotions from all over the universe, and that makes me very empathic. So when I do a reading on the internet, even through this viewer right now, I can feel people's energy and I can feel their vibes. And then I marry my astrology background, which I started when I was 12 years old, with tarot cards so I can feel your story, tell your story, and help you. And so that I can try to impart some wisdom and some love so that you feel good. Okay, so I was already feeling a bunch of stuff coming from Virgos yesterday because I was I try to stay on a schedule and I try to do a video every night and then upload it the next day. And when I started feeling the Virgo energy yesterday, when I started channeling it, I got thrown off my schedule. I really felt like everything was very difficult for me. It was difficult for me to just channel the energy to begin with. It was difficult for me to do my normal routine. I already said that, but basically, like, I couldn't do the video. I was exhausted and I felt like I had worked like my tail off or something. And I thought, well, man, that could be, the way you feel right now, like how Virgos feel is just like you're working and you work a lot, and sometimes you get thrown off your schedule and it makes you really uncomfortable. So I had to literally take a rest last night and wake up fresh today and start all over again. And I tried to put Virgo energy out of my mind for a little while, but when I started to channel it again later this evening, I kind of felt it again. So, I already know that maybe I can touch on that a little bit of how you feel kind of overworked. Maybe that is, I like to do a love reading and a healing reading, and also sometimes I'll do career reading. But I feel like the healing part for you is basically like how overworked you feel sometimes and how stressed out that is for you, stressing that is for you. You may even have like some pain maybe in the wrist and hands from like working all the time, from like typing or something. But right now, like I'm okay. I'm starting to feel more people coming to me, and I know it took a lot longer this time for me to feel as much because with other signs, I feel like they already like sometimes give me their trust a little bit sooner. With you, Virgo, I feel like you're just being hesitant, like almost like, oh, I don't even believe this chick. But there's nothing really to believe. You're gonna either get something out of this video or you're not. So what I'm Okay, thank you. So what now I'm feeling is like a lot of questions, like what ifs, like what ifs, what ifs, what ifs, what ifs. It's more like worries. You're worried, okay, but you worry all the time. You try to keep everything straight, you try to keep everything organized, but you're worried and you don't always, see how really perfectionist you are or how much of that. Okay. Also, I feel like you're really lonely too right now, and I know that sounds kind of vague, but that's how you're sending it to me. Like you feel lonely. I don't know if you lost a relationship recently, or you just haven't had one in a while, or you've kind of been a homebody and just not going out that much and even looking for it. Okay, but I do feel that what you're doing is you want to find somebody. You definitely want to, and you're kind of, okay, you're wondering why it never seems to happen for you, why you never click with anybody, or why this, why a person doesn't want to, stick around very long, and why you always end up lonely or your relationships are like short. So we can definitely look into that. We can find out why that's happening and why you feel alone and kind of tackle these like what ifs questions that are going on with you. Okay, Virgo, you're not giving me very much. I mean, I guess that is a lot. in a way, like that you have a lot of what ifs questions, but it's not very targeted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the cards and I'm going to see if they will tell me a little bit more about your story, because I feel like you're withholding. All right, so let me just get to it then, because that's what I feel like needs to happen. Okay, we definitely need to just take a look at the cards. And the first one I'm going to do is about this worrying. I'm going to find out if you can have, I guess, more focus in the area of, let's see, when someone's a worry wart and they have what ifs all the time, and you just, I guess that's a lot of fear in there. So maybe what I'll do is I'll see like how, if I did the cards out and I did like 3, let's just say it was a general situation and you were worried about it, how would it turn out? Because that would tell me that you have this, whatever kind of gifts or strengths that you have, maybe that's what it is. I need to let you know what your gifts and strengths are so that you can feel a lot better about the things that you're worried about, because that'll help you in everyday life. Just believe in yourself and believe that you could, you know, overcome any situation, no matter what the what if is. Okay, so let's go to the cards and let's find out like what your strengths are. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to start with like in the past, what kind of strengths did you get like from your childhood? Then I'm going to do what kind of strengths do you have now? And then I'm going to do what kind of outcome will those strengths give you in any situation. I know this is how I do the readings, because I feel like this is what, you know, needs to happen. And Virgos, please don't judge me, because, you know, I know you guys can be analytical, but I don't edit my videos or anything. I work all during the day too, so I have to like just basically move the camera around and stuff like that. So just bear with me, okay? And if you get, you know, picky about it or something, just tell me in the comments, because maybe I need your help too, because I know that, you know, Virgos always have like really super good advice. So hold on one second, okay? All right, let's get down to the cards and let me make sure it's up here. Okay, so what do we have? Let's go down. There we go. All right, to the cards. Now, I'm going to shuffle a few times, and I'm going to put the Virgo energy in there, and I'm going to say, what kind of strengths do you have? Which ones did you get in the past? Which ones can help you the most now, or which ones do you possess now? And in a situation, what will the outcome be with your strength working for you, okay? And one more time, I'm going to do this, another shuffle. You know, and the weirdest thing of the energy that I'm getting right now from Virgo is I kind of feel like I'm under a microscope, and I think it's messing me up a little bit, which is kind of weird. All right, so here's the 3 cards. Now, you're sitting here, I'm sitting here, so some of these cards may be reversed to you, and I will let you know which ones those are, so that you can kind of, you know that the card will mean the opposite for you, okay? So this is the first one for you, and this is what strengths did you get from the past. All right, so we'll turn it over. So it is to you, it's this card is upright, and oh my goodness, I love this card. This card is the 2 of Cups right there, and you see this big bear. And if I hadn't told you before, this is an astrology deck, and it's had a lot of Greek mythology in it, and it's got a lot of astrology symbols, and I can tell you what these interpretations mean so that it helps both of us tell your story, okay? Well, with the 2 of Cups, basically that is an emotional, you got a good emotional start. So in life, you got a lot of good emotional start. And what this is basically the mama bear, okay? So in Greek mythology, this bear, it was actually a female who was cursed because she had a child with Zeus out of wedlock. So Hera got mad and turned her into a bear. And so she was a bear, and she used to go visit her son all the time. And then one day her son became a hunter, and then he accidentally killed his own mother because he was out hunting and he put a bow and arrow in her. And then so Zeus put, this is actually Ursa Major, put this bear into a constellation, and then later added her son in the constellation right beside her as the baby cub. So what this is this is a mother card, and it is unconditional love from a mother. It's somebody who gave you a great deal of emotion, gave you a great deal of personality, gave you a really good start in life, gave you just, you know, the world. She protected you, and she was there for you, and it probably, you know, set your mind in a very good direction, like you have a good moral compass. And so that's really excellent, okay? But that's also could mean too that, you know, when other people fail to meet your expectations, it doesn't always work out for you because you have such a good high moral compass that came from this nurturing and this care and this protection, that it could be hard for you to find, you know, your perfect mate. And also in this card, there's a lot of Cancer energy, which again is a very nurturing energy. And then there's this Pluto energy, meaning that there's even some subconscious love. I say that 10 times. And meaning that even on a subconscious level, you have a lot of emotions going on. There's a stillness about you that can be very reserved in your emotions as well. Okay, so that's a beautiful card, and it was upright for you. Okay, so you have everything that, you know, the mama bear gave you. All right, so that's wonderful. I mean, I like you better already. So now here's the other card. Okay, this is what you have now in terms of you know, strengths and gifts, and this is a wonderful card. This is the 10 of Swords, and this is an air sign, and it's basically all air, if you can see up top. And then you have all of the air signs, the Gemini, which is the twin love and the ability to communicate. And then you have this Aquarius energy, and this energy, you know, allows a lot of forward thinking, a lot of contemplating, and a lot of ingenuity. And this is the Libra sign, which, hey, you know, you have some of my talents, which is, you know, love and compassion and beauty and all of these wonderful things. And then with the 10 of Swords is basically like you just have a full house here, like a flush. You just have all of these wonderful qualities to communicate with people, to have ideas, to get along with people, to, you know, basically have this unconditional twin love that you are willing to give somebody. So this is a beautiful card. This is like what everybody needs, because even if you found, say for instance, like a guy who was just a fixer-upper, you know, like he wasn't perfect. He couldn't meet your standards, you know, or you know, this mother, he can't meet some of the expectations. Maybe even your mom would be like, okay, this guy might not be perfect for you. But if you know, there's some times when you have to be willing to, you know, get in there and communicate with a person, maybe bring them up to your standards, not too much in a motherly way though, because, you know, a guy or a girl, I mean, this could be for a girl too, but you have to understand that, you know, I've really helped a lot of females and thousands of females over the years, so sometimes I forget to be like gender neutral. I really feel like I'm under a microscope here. I forget to be gender neutral in these situations. So, you know, this could be a female that is a fixer-upper, or a male that's a fixer-upper, okay? And so basically, though, you have the ability to take this person and help mold them, and even like show them some of your virtues, a way to be trusting, a way to be open, a way to be honest, using communication, using forward thinking, using your love and compassion. Okay, so that's a wonderful card. So this card right here is going to be what, you know, with these talents that you have in any situation. And I know this is a little bit, you know, I guess you could say, I mean, I know not every situation is going to turn out great no matter what, because, you know, you have bad days and you have good days. But overall, I'm going to tell you how your talents will help you in these situations. So let's see what you got. Okay, you got Cetus, all right? And this is the Two of Wands, and it's reversed for you, okay? Which is great that it was in reverse, and this card looks really scary. It almost looks like I'd be telling you that your situation would turn out bad, as scary as this card looks, but that's not the case at all. Because this basically is the card that has Cetus on it, and Cetus was the sea creature that Poseidon unleashed on the city when he was trying to, when Poseidon and Hades was trying to tear down the city and sacrifice Andromeda. And this is who Perseus had to use the head of Medusa on and turn to stone, meaning that basically this is a huge triumph card, because this Cetus was defeated. He was defeated. He, you know, Perseus went on this journey. He used all his gifts. He had like a magic sword. He had a magic shield. He then earned, which I know Virgos, you're able to earn whatever you want because you work really hard. He earned, you know, getting the head of Medusa, and he really just, you know, went out there and was able to conquer and defeat and make a name for himself and all of that. So with this card, you definitely have the abilities. Even though this card was in reverse, what that basically tells me is that you just don't trust in this ability. You don't trust in your own abilities. And when you trust in your own abilities, this card becomes upright for you, okay? And this is like I said again, it's a huge, huge triumph card. And this, I mean, honestly, you couldn't have gotten a better card than this one, because you can defeat any monster that comes along in your life. And when I say that, that's like a situation that feels just like scary and fearful, like a monster. And you have the abilities. You've got the Two of Wands here. You can manifest, you know, whatever you need, and you can always, you know, start off the situation that you enter with the ability to manifest anything that you want. Okay, so that was actually really cool. I like your qualities. I like your gifts. I think your gifts are great. I mean, I particularly love this gift because, you know, I've got some of my own little Libra energy in here. So then, you know, great. Let's also talk about some healing, because with the healing, I remember feeling like, you know, you're off your schedule, and maybe a lot of this worrying, which I hope will go away after this, because you can see right there that you have everything it takes to get through any kind of terrible situation. You have all this communication and, you know, all of this motherly love that is instilled in you, so you've got a lot going for you. But I do want to go ahead and just do some healing on the cards for you, and that will really solidify this whole thing where I show you as, you know, much love as I can as a Libra. So what we're going to focus on with the healing is the worry. You know, I mean, we already went through the cards to try to find out what the gifts were, but let's just work on, you know, the worry part and the what ifs, and see if we can't get you closer to feeling better. So I'm hoping to pick some healing cards. Oh no, I just dropped some. I am not doing good in this video tonight. I mean, it's crazy, but again, like I was saying, I don't go back in time. This is real time. And I don't try and fake anything, because I'm not a faker. So I just want to make sure even if I make a mistake, I just keep going. And by mistake, I mean like dropping the cards. Oh boy, Virgo. You know, I don't really know very many Virgos, to be honest with you. I have, you know, some people who've told me before that they have their Virgo, their moon Virgos. And that's some very intense stuff right there, you know. And I've seen a few, you know, people mention that they're Virgos, but I don't have a lot of close friends that are Virgos. I mean, maybe I should. Maybe I should, you know, learn your vibe a little bit better, get a vibe a little bit better. So anyways, but right now, so how am I going to show you, how am I going to keep you from worrying? Well, I just did that spread for you there. Maybe because of that loneliness I was feeling earlier too, maybe the worry isn't just all coming from situations. It might be coming from the fact that you need, you know, you're wondering if you're gonna find love, because maybe right now you're alone. And that could be possible too, because I know that Venus basically left your sign in September, and I wonder if you lost a relationship then and now you're worried, you know, that you won't find one. So that's the emotion that you're sending me now when I'm doing these cards. So I don't guess that all the worry is just like everyday stuff. I think it also has to do with a lover. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and see if someone's coming for you, and if that person is going to basically meet your standards. So I'm going to give these cards, I'm just going to pull two, to be honest. I'm going to see who the person is, and I'm going to see if they meet your standards. Now this is, you know, full trust in the cards right here. Definitely full trust. I'm even having like a wardrobe disorder right now. I swear, like, Virgo, you got me going. You really got me going. Oh my God, I didn't even do that good. Hold on one second, okay? Let's go back down, make sure. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, here we go. All right, who is this guy or girl? Again, I am a mess with Virgo. Please don't give me a thumbs down, Virgo. Just tell me in the comments that you are terrible. And, okay. And tell me what I could do better. Although I have done better videos in terms of being like a little more, or a little less clumsy here. Okay, so here we go. So here's the card. He or she. And here is, will they meet your standards? Right here. Dun, dun, dun. This is so crazy. I am so trusting the cards right now. All right, let's see what we got. Who is it? Oh my gosh. You got a Scorpio. Ooh, now talk about bring the passion. Oh my goodness. Scorpios know how to bring the passion. Oh my gosh, they're so attractive. They can be so sexy. They can be so mysterious. Maybe that's what you need, is some like mysterious dark girl or guy, like who basically brings a lot of passion. Ooh, you just really want it right now. You want some passion. I believe you. Oh my gosh, this is such a good card. I know it's also a death card and it's a rebirth card. You know, that could tell me too that maybe right now you're going through a phase where you're sort of in the ashes and you need to rise above, you know, you need to rise out of the ashes. Here's actually the Phoenix, you know, right here. You can see that. I don't know if there we go, because I could see the light was blocking it. And, you know, you need to go, you might need to go inward and sort of work out some problems first. Maybe there's some pickiness going on. Maybe you know, find someone but they don't meet your standards, so you know you can like sort of shoot yourself in the foot by running them off or something like that. So you might want to just make sure you go inward, try and cut other people some slack when you finally emerge. You know, get ready to open your heart, be ready to listen to this person, be ready to take on their issues, be ready to be serving, be ready to, you know, do all the things that it takes to be in a relationship. Okay. There's also some Pluto energy in here again, meaning that some of the issues that you have may be very subconscious, and you need to kind of look inward and do a little bit of house clearing before this Scorpio shows up. Now, if it's not like, if the next person that comes along in your love life isn't a Scorpio, they could still have Scorpio qualities. They could still have, like, you know, this mysterious about them, this little dark side that draws you in, and, you know, so they don't talk so much and get on your nerves, and, you know, they have like the right way to touch you, and the right way they, you know, for you, that you want to be the right way you want to be felt. And then also they feel, you know, a lot of love for you too, and loyalty. Okay. All right. See, I trust the cards, and look what it did. All right. Now, is this person going to meet your expectations? Bam. So you've got the Four of Wands. Okay. And this is the Hydra. Now, the Hydra was the mythological creature that Hercules had to battle, and he couldn't at first kill the Hydra because every time he cut one of the heads off, it would grow back. So he basically had to outsmart the Hydra. Okay, he had to also elicit like some friends and stuff to help him figure out how to destroy the creature. So the funny thing is, one of the people that he brought with him, like, distracted the creature while he was able to, you know, not just cut the heads, but sever some other thing. I don't remember like the whole story altogether. But the point of this card means that this person, in terms of, you know, expectations, it's for you gonna feel like a Hydra, almost like he's gonna have this quality or this quality or this quality or this quality that you don't really like, or he's gonna have this flaw or this flaw or this flaw or this flaw that you don't really like. But the thing is you're gonna have to basically be smart, and you're gonna have to cut this person some slack, and they will, you know, this is also another triumph card, because Hercules did in the end win over this creature. So you will win with this creature, and this creature. Oh my God. And then be able to be victorious, okay? And this person will meet your expectations, but you just have to know that each one of the flaws that he has or she has, that you're going to be able to use, you know, that energy you had, that air energy, to figure it out and say, okay, you know, I can deal with this. I can deal with this. I can deal with this. Because everyone at the end of the day, you know, is human, and you have to, you know, use those gifts that you were given to turn this person into, you know, not, well, you don't ever, like, don't get me wrong, you don't want to change the person, but you basically want to learn to accept these things, and they grow as a person, because anybody who is accepted by their lover just automatically changes into a better person. Okay. And also with the Four of Wands here again, you have, you know, you have the fire, the initiative, the manifestation qualities, everything that you need to be triumphant. Okay. So this person will meet your expectations. Oh, and they're going to be so interesting, and just dark and mysterious, and just yummy. Okay. Yummy, yummy. All right, that's awesome. Okay. Well, Virgo, if you're still with me, I mean, I know this video is a little bit longer, and I know that it was just it was all over the place. There's even, I don't even know if you can hear this, but I live on the beach, and like the wind, it sounds like behind me. So today is just a weird night. And but I did bring you the reading, and I hope that it's you know, meets your standards. All right, Virgo, thank you so much for sharing. And I feel like I have some stuff to work on, but you know what? Again, no one's perfect. Thank you, and have a good evening. And join me again next month, and we'll see what else we can find out about you. Okay, Virgo?